Lately, I've been feeling a bit different. Jaded, worn out, and tired. It's starting to turn into something worse. Apathy, a kind of numbness that scares me. I'm not used to not caring. I've always cared deeply. It's in my nature. But when I start to feel this way, it tells of the environment I'm in or the relationships I hold towards others and myself. Maybe it's time to rethink the boundaries I have or don't have in my life. I'm not sure if I have many boundaries or if I'm just too afraid to admit the ones that exist. It's rare for me to put my foot down unless it's absolutely necessary, like life or death. Yet, when my boundaries are crossed, even in the smallest ways, I feel like it should be addressed. But what do I do instead? I bottle it in, I suppress it, and now here I am, crippled physically and emotionally. Even in this fragile state, I resist speaking up. I like to tell myself, I don't know why I do that, but truthfully, I do. I know the reason. Deep down, there's a reward for keeping quiet. Love. Not the freeing kind, but love with conditions. An illusion of love, boxed in by rules and expectations. It's like a bird trapped in a cage, fed, nurtured, admired, but unable to soar. The bird was meant to fly, and yet it remains confined. The owners know this, but they fear losing control if the bird is free. It's how they keep it safe. And humans, we cling to control because it's how we feel secure. In some ways, I'm all three. The bird, the cage, and its owners. I know my true nature longs for freedom, to be loved without conditions, to speak my boundaries without fear, to trust my own wings and fly. But like the owners, I'm scared to let go. I cling to control, and in doing so, I've locked myself in. And as much as I want to break free, there's a strange comfort in this place. It's easier here. Or is it? No one knows what really bothers me. I can just smile, say it's okay or no worries, and keep the peace. But deep down, I know it's not about peace. It's about avoiding the scariest thing of all, facing myself, allowing others to see the real vulnerable parts of me. That is the fear. And so I stay in this cage, quietly longing to fly, but too afraid to open the door. And little did I know this would be the challenge that tested me the most. It took me some time to realize this after the failed rounds of friendships, relationships, and family dynamics. I would look back, wondering why things always seemed to crumble, why I always felt empty and misunderstood. I thought the solution was simple. Give more, be more agreeable, bend a little further. But that wasn't the answer. I was doing it all wrong and it was all my fault. Pleasing others while neglecting myself only deepened the divide between who I truly am and who I pretended to be. I wasn't showing up authentically in these relationships, and in doing so, I unknowingly set myself up for failure. The more I gave away pieces of myself to please others, the more I lost sight of my own worth. Now I can see the bigger picture. It's not about pleasing everyone or molding myself to fit into someone else's idea of who I should be. It's about being brave enough to be myself, to set boundaries that protect my peace, and to honor the parts of me that have been suppressed for so long. True love, whether from others or myself, comes with respect. It comes with the freedom to speak up, to say no, to be messy, vulnerable, and imperfect. That's what I'm learning to accept. It's okay to disappoint people if it means being true to myself, no matter how challenging it is. And maybe, just maybe, by setting myself free, I'll be one step closer to finding real peace, the kind that comes from within, not from external approval, from a recovering people pleaser.